because it's going to be Flash
go,
SG
brother.
on the
Game
blue
pertama.
side up against Onic
Flash
PH
SG
on the
versus
red side,
Onic,
looking for a
Philippine.
win anywhere. And I'm very
Kita
nervous
lihat
for their
aja,
side
brother.
lanes because that jawhead, he could be anywhere. It's guerrilla warfare.
And as you can see in the minimap, that jawhead is checking the orange. He's making sure that nothing sneaky comes from Hades. And all this while, King Kong is just going about his merry way, starting with the purple and now ending up on the other side. If I were to calculate, King Kong is up by like 2 seconds.
Yep, he is. Instead of actually checking him, he's actually pushing the buff for his jungler, right? Kind of speeding up the double buff take so they can actually initiate this gank towards JPL's side.
So good.
It's about tempo, right? And that's what Onic PH want to do. They just want to keep on pouring gasoline, and then they're waiting for that ignition.
I'm taking notes. That's how I'm going to start rotating now as a Suyo. Who'd have thunk? Suyo still alive. Ken in trouble. That's a
hampir aja loh.
gank squad in Kirk and King Kong. And now King Kong's taking small camps. Usually when you see a Prince down to what? 2 HP there. When you see a trade on the small camp like this, the other side has already been taken as well. But look, Brusco protected that small camp. So Hades is currently down.
And this is how you utilize your tempo, right? You want to make opportunities happen when you have advantages. On top side, it's a one-man advantage. And then when you don't need Brusco to be there, he's going to be on the other side. I'm going to assume Brusco is going to live here because he has Flicker. He manages to get out of it. And the sacrifice of his battle spell, Curtis
Oh,
Tipis banget bro, nice banget.
King Kong draws first blood. Day one King going in, and he gets slain. JPL now a Kingslayer as well.
Nicely done. Nicely done. These are the trades that you need to see from Flash SG. And they're trading up. They might just get one more. Super Friends.
Oh, Super Friends taken down too. All right, now Flash SG definitely in great shape.
I like the way this is going, right? Flash Singapore is making sure we trade early, we keep the tempo, even against Onic PH. We don't let them run away with the gold just yet. And once we scale up, then we've got a really good opportunity for Hades to hard carry this game.
All right, look at Kirk. Deep in. Caught by JPL and Ken. Brusco watching out. The diversion sending out Kirk and Hades. I don't know if Brusco knows. Does Prince know either?
No, he doesn't. He's already locked in.
Yeah,
He's going to take a little bit of damage, but Ken secures the kill onto Brusco, turning this into an unwinnable fight. But look at the opposite side of the map. Onic PH, they make these fast decisions. You got tempo over on that side of the map. Doesn't mean that I can't steal your entire bottom side.
Proactive, even in the face of an early defeat in that trade in mid. Flash SG making moves, threatening this small camp. Kirk jumping in, King Kong as well. Charge surge coming through. Brusco with the response. Kirk taking a few hits here. Glorious Pathway by JPL. Stunning Brusco. Will he survive? The answer is no. Curteasy gets a kill. Clean for Flash SG.
I love it. I love the way that they're playing right now. Very fundamentally sound, and Onic PH is trying to keep up. However, the lead isn't really going anywhere. Unless they find another kill here towards Kirk's side, he should be fine. He's got power wilderness, doesn't get knocked up as well. Despite having the tempo, there is a way to kind of smother it. And I think that Onic PH, it's a lot worse for them getting smothered compared to Flash SG.
That's right. They're the ones who should be smothering, keeping up the pace, being always with their first foot forward, and then, you know, just making sure there's a left. Oh, Hades is popped by Super Prince. JPL could not stop Prince's salvos. And wait, they're not done. What is this? Kirk 1v1 with Ken in that little bush, like a little fighting game up there.
1v1s in the footsies, still being played by topside, and I think for Ken, it's pretty beneficial for him because he did get the Thunder Belt first. Gonna double check the items. Yep, Kirk does not have his Thunder Belt complete just yet, so it's more beneficial for Ken to do so right now. However, on the opposite side, Gold Lane has been pretty silent. Like, nothing has really been going on there. No hard gangs, just camp steals at the most.
Yep, that attempted gank by King Kong to trade for the turtle didn't really happen. Not much of dividends paid off there, but look at this. How did Onic get a 500 gold lead? They've been losing fight after fight after fight. They did get that pick off on Hades. It wasn't shutdown gold. Where's this come from?
One, it came from bottom side stealing the entire jungle camp when the turtle initially happened. Two is when they were able to get the initial shutdown on towards Hades' side, as well as picking up the wave. So it's a minor lead as of right now, if I remember correctly, hold on.
Brusco gets taken
Brusco.
down by Ken. 4 men from Flash SG. Brusco, ever the martyr, down 3 times already.
Yeah, and all this while Kirk is in the way. So there we go.
Bongski,
That's where
Bongski.
majority of that lead came from, right? From the gold plating
Gila,
itself. And
sampai
Kelra
flickerin
finds the
loh.
solo kill on to Mr. Bongski.
Welcome to the big leagues, the international stage, Bongski. I'm the Filipino Savage. Nice to meet ya. Turtle here scored by Flash SG, and the fight continues. Orange sideball for Onic, the ejector. King Kong with the sever. Hades goes down the concealed play. They're chasing him. They want more.
Well, it's not over just yet. However, Cortese, he needs to save them. Bail somebody out. Ken is down. And Onic PH now have established a solid lead against Flash Singapore.
Kirk finally wins one over Ken. Death by Snoo Snoo, and they convert to a mid lane tier 1.
Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. And this is how you want to see the game be played, right? It's not only a battle of attrition. It's looking as attention as a resource, battle spells as a resource, most importantly, alt timings. Because when we're comparing the two alt timers, Flash Singapore, their alts are way longer.
And they're very all in. That's how they're making up for their lack of range. Onic PH, now that we're approaching the mid game, 3.3k gold lead, that range advantage is going to come into play more because they can poke. While Flash SG, they can only really react to that until all these ults are ready.
And here's the thing. With JPL having the most important ult for the entirety of the team, I would say Cortese being the second most important ult, he needs to figure out, do I want to go for the pick or do I want to slow my opponents? It's a double-edged sword.
Ooh, diversion into that small bush, the fence bush, I would like to call it. And that was spotted by Super Friends alongside the rest of Onic as they prop up. Feather Air Strike. Ken catches a face full of magic damage, picked off easy just like that.
And they're just edging them out slowly with Kirk just absorbing the damage. He doesn't really care. With the help of the power of the wilderness, he can just sit in front of JPL all day, every day. As King Kong trying to run, he dies to Cortese, and the fight breaks out with the glorious pathway thrown through. Brusco quickly ejector flickers out of there.
Delayed 2-for-1 trade. That's a trade up for Flash SG. Some tells me Onic PH stayed a little too long and did not watch their flank.
Do they trade a mid-turret off this? It looks like Kirk is trying to slow down that wave as much as he can, but can he survive this? Nah, he's gonna get blasted out. He will sacrifice his life to try and get Kelra in position as JPL blocks the shots. They want to make sure that they get this mid-tier 1 at all costs.
They can slow him down, but they can't stop him. Onic Philippines now looking at a turtle lost. All 3 given a Flash SG diversion. Where are they setting up? Where are they going? All the way to the other side. They catch one. Can they finish the job? Hades falls. He went in too deep.
Okay, I mean, they still trade 1-for-1 here. Feather Airstrike from the flank to take out JPL as Ken, right on top of Super Friends, cancels him out of that Feathered Airstrike, as well as the Wings by Wings dodges the surge. Can he find Super Friends? He can't, but costs him his battle spell.
4-for-1. Brusco, the only one traded for, as Bongski makes the most of being the only survivor left. I don't think he can get punished up top here, but they're going to lose a lot across the map.
I got to give Flash SG some credit. I know I like to dog pile on them every single time because they're our neighbors, but the way that they're playing is very similar to Onic PH. It's about tempo, it's about efficiency, it's about maximizing the map.
And the only reason why it's taking them for them so long to trade up or to actually come back is because they're ult reliant. So that's the reason why it was a losing trade, then a winning trade, and then finally the big payoff, and then finally Onic gets them back. So we're waiting for that clap back once more. You know that it's inevitable. This is a Flash Singapore that has sound fundamentals. Their mechanics are good. It's just that timing might not always be on their side. So here, approaching the first Lord of the game, about 40 seconds from now, can they get a good diversion? Where's it going to be? Oh, all right. They went back there.
I mean, initially it went down to the bottom side to guarantee at least a tier 1, or at least put some structural damage on it. And I think that's a good idea, but at the same time, this is where it's going to get really dangerous because now the outer tier turrets have been threatened and have collapsed. You can't really be by yourself anymore. You have to walk in a squad, and based on the items, nobody is really strong enough to maybe 2v1 or even 3v1 in these types of scenarios, with the only exception being Hades, but that's because he's fast.
All right, so Onic PH, they know where this is. They know what's going on. That's why they keep Kirk here. And River Control brush for King Kong. I guess they're baiting out the Lord. All right, Kirk. Oh, dodge the bullet there.
Dodge the bullet, and they will be able to kite this out. I mean, Kirk's going to take a bit of damage here. Are they going to bail him out? Super Friends is in a really dangerous spot.
And there's a Feathered Airstrike. They already used the ejector. Looking for one more. Down goes Bongski. quick trade up for Onic PH. King Kong barely surviving. Ken still up. Kelra blasting away. He goes down.
Oh, interesting interaction there. Interesting interaction. But now, with the fight being as messy as it was, Onic PH was able to take one more body with them. This Lord is going to be huge for them to get the economic lead that they were looking for, and a solid one at that. 4.8. You see, Warriors Pathway is already pulled up, but Onyx's efficiency is just going up. They've made some better hard reads.
And now they're going to threaten the orange here. Super Prince very low. Super Prince going to go down. Did not respect the damage output between Bonsky and Hades.
Hades will not fall very easily. He is still quite a dangerous being. I mean, a majority of where we're seeing this lead is actually coming from King Kong. While everything is happening across the map, King Kong has not only developed a three-level lead against Hades so far, but based on these numbers, it looks like he's also created about a roughly 1.9 to 2K lead economically.
Yep, his crown is coated in gold, and even when he's not doing anything, he's making sure there's a wave nearby or a major objective like this. There's a wave, and then there's a turret that he can see through it that goes down, and slowly but surely, I'm sure he can make it back all the way. As long as he's in mortal form, Lord gonna slowly crash into this tier 3 down bottom, gets that wave clear, and there you go. Top lane gets popped as well. Just a matter of time before Onic PH is inside match space.
Yeah, this is where it gets really, really rough. The most powerful position for Onic PH. They're just gutting people down on the siege. That is why we call it artillery. Your turrets mean nothing. Inhibitors is just the goalpost.
I can smell a lightning round coming up. The Thunder Gods are coming and knocking. They want your base. They want your mid lane. And they trade out for Brusco, but it's over. Onic PH takes game 1.
Sengeri itu, sekuat itu ya Bang ya.
Flash SG played a strong early to mid game, but I think we're seeing why these
Oke lah,
games
kita
are
lanjut
getting
aja buat game kedua bro.
faster.